Hey guys, welcome back. The title of the video is going to be America was built by street smarts, USA versus the world. All right. Now, I've been kind of a street smarts proponent for the most part my entire career. All right. I've always been kind of had this chip on my shoulder. I've said that in a previous video. And I believe in street smarts more so than book smarts. Okay, but don't get me wrong, I still appreciate foundations and fundamentals of being book smart. I went to college, I got my master's in CSIS and I got an undergrad in chemistry, so I still believe in the fundamental foundations of being book smart. However, I think I get frustrated when I hear people comparing the United States to the rest of the world when it comes to formal education. I think the US ranks in Western societies like number 40 when it comes to like math and science, maybe reading. I'm not exactly sure the exact details of those stats, but a lot of people, they say, oh, the US is just going downhill because of, they're not learning very well in school. That might be true. I think that we should improve our education system, no doubt. I don't know what that looks like. I don't have an answer for that. Well, I kind of have one answer. I think a lot of parents need to get better about what they do when it comes to education. But I digress. I'm not going to be able to fix that problem. But here's what people are overlooking. It's the street smarts of the United States, guys. It is the street smarts that sets us apart from the rest. And here's what we do in this country. We take our street smarts, we have these innovators and creative people, entrepreneurs, and we import what we need if we need it. We import the talent if we need it. That's the honest truth of how this country is operated. Because everyone wants the dream in the United States. Because we have these entrepreneurial freedoms. And that is what people continue to fight for in our nation. All the battles we have politically, it all comes down to freedom to capitalize. Capitalism is what sets our country apart. And that freedom is made up of dreamers and people who have street smarts. You look at the stories of the people who are successful. It's people who don't have the book smarts. Look at Jeff Bezos, right, guys? He had a vision for books, by the way, and he knew what people wanted. He had the street smarts to understand, hey, everyone wants to buy stuff online and get them shipped to their house. That was his vision all along. And then we had other visionaries that were not book smart. We had Steve Jobs. He changed the entire world because he had street smarts. Common sense. This is where our value is compared to the rest of the world. We are number one when it comes to that. We're not number 40 when it comes to street smarts. We're number one. Let's look at some other people. Look at, who was the guy, Microsoft? Bill Gates, the CEO, the founder of Microsoft, Bill Gates. I think he just got a diploma, wasn't it? A high school diploma? I don't even think he got a degree, maybe an honorary one after the fact. But look at that guy. He built the computer, PC revolution along with Steve Jobs. And the list goes on and on. Are there some entrepreneurs who have both street smarts and book smarts? Of course. But you hear the stories where a lot of them, they drop out of college. I think even Mark Zuckerberg, I don't know I think he graduated Harvard, was it? But then he went to Stanford or something and he dropped out of Stanford. I don't remember all the stories, but you hear these stories left and right. And that's what this country is all about. It's all about street smarts. People know what people want in life. That is what we see in the United States. That's what we strive for. And the people who have street smarts, they know how to put a smart team together. They have the ingenuity and the common sense to do so. And it's typically because they're like regular people. They participate in social groups when maybe they go away to college or in high school. They hustle it. They work nonstop because they understand the sweat it's going to take to be successful. And it's not all about what you read in the books. Now, let's take this a step further and where things are going with AI. With AI, it makes street smart people even more powerful than where they are today. Because now the AI, substitutes their lack of knowledge when it comes to the book smarts. Okay, not entirely, shortcuts don't always work, but it's gonna help entrepreneurs and people who have street smarts get that much farther ahead and with less labor costs and all that jazz. So keep this in mind when you want to count out the United States, okay? We have the street smarts. That's how we are built. That is what's happening even politically. It's kind of a class warfare when it comes to the book smart people versus the street smart people. It honestly is. If you take a deeper look into US politics, that's what it's all about. All right. You're seeing the battle with colleges. A lot of people are saying college isn't worth it anymore and you shouldn't go to college due to how, expensive it is and how much you go into debt. And that's a legitimate concern. And people with street smarts are saying that. And that's because it's gotten out of hand. We've had too much money printing loans, student loans, to go to college for like $100,000 and get what? A piece of paper that you can literally just look it all up in ChatGPT or Claude 3.7, whatever it is. You guys get the point. Guess what, colleges and universities? You're gonna have to step your game up. You know what you're gonna have to do? You're gonna have to teach some street smarts. Wow, you're gonna have to teach some street smarts for once, because that is where the value is in the United States of America, guys. It's not the other way around. I get it. You've got to have some book smart people. There's still value there, but you're gonna have to change, guys. You're gonna have to add more value with your students. And you're gonna have to teach them how to use AI. I don't know if they're doing that in universities. I sure hope they are, but that's gonna be the difference maker. And hey, you know what? Maybe you need to have them collaborate in groups more often so they can learn about each other, so they can communicate. That's what it's going to take. Just like kind of in high school when people are in sports, band, robot team, etc., etc. People learn to interact with each other, and we need to continue that. You can't just sit in front of your phone or your computer all day. Things have changed, and you got to take on the street smarts when it comes to being successful in the United States. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Am I off base here? Do you guys feel that the United States is the street smarts capital of the world, or are we a book smart country? Let me know in the comments below. And you guys, I appreciate all your time. And everyone, take a look at my previous video if you could. And everyone, have a great day. Thanks. Bye.